Hello, we're back with some more Warcraft 3 alternate Overgrowth of Lordaeron, created by Zaytanth87. I'm Jay Barrino. We're re-recording chapters 3 and 4 now, as I mentioned at the beginning of chapter 2. I recorded 2 through 5, didn't have the game sound on. Oops, never checked until I was done with the recording session. So, take me in. I'm not re-recording chapter 5, though. It was long and difficult. 3 days later in Alterac, Arthas and his minions wait near a crossroads along the King's Road.
Prince Arthas, we've been waiting here for hours. Are you sure this friend of yours is coming?
I'm sure. Jaina usually runs a little late.
Dude, Falric looking dapper in his blue undead getup.
Stay your blade, Captain. She can take care of this.
Jaina with like a blood elemental.
Gentlemen, meet Miss Jaina Proudmore, special agent to the Kirin Tor, one of the most talented sorceresses in the land. Looks like you haven't lost your touch. It's good to see you again, Jaina.
You too, Arthas. It's been a while since a prince has spoken.
The voicing is always really quiet in Warcraft 3 for some reason. You can't change it. It's connected to the... Oh! It's connected to the sound effects channel. It doesn't have its own voicing channel. We should check out the villages along the King's Road. So it's just Jaina's voice lines, but now she's a Dreadlord. Jane a Proudmore. So ridiculous.
Finally.
So, all you Jaina Dreadlord enthusiasts, eat your heart out, except it's just a Dreadlord. It's not like whatever you weirdos are doing with sexy Jaina Dreadlord getup. It scares me just to think about. Anyway, use Jaina's sleep spell to momentarily lower the number of enemy fighters. Okay. Gotta momentarily... That just seems like a goofy way to describe the spell. Also, we know what sleep does. It's not, to put enemies to sleep. In fact, you don't even need the hint. But just the idea of, to momentarily lower the number of enemy fighters. Well, we'll be doing that. I guess sleep is one of those spells that you don't really use very much, because I don't think in the base game you ever have a Dreadlord that you play with, right? You only play against them. Pot of Healing. We'll go ahead and give that to Arthas, and then you can pop this Pot of Healing for yourself. Kill the sheep. Yeah. Bracer of Agility. Yo, +1 agility, we're good to go. Now all we need is an Ironwood Branch, which we all know is the best stats item in the game. And then the Totem of... Is it just the Totem of Intelligence? Totem of something. It's the big wooden woman. Hello?
Prince Arthas, there's something amiss at the...
There's nothing amiss. Get out of my face. Who told you could speak to royalty? All right, let's go check the bridge. You best maybe not even try and speak to me.
Someone has destroyed the bridge from the far side of the river.
The far side of the river.
It is not as safe as it used to be.
I'm liking Falric's look. He also has this unholy defense, reduces damage taken from piercing attacks and magic attacks by certain percentages, or 2 certain percentages, and then a reincarnation. Would you look at that? So he's the only one who can sort of lock his shield, I guess, and defend himself. I guess his
Bandits, run!
His shield is always sort of locked to defend himself. I guess I could have death coiled these people, but whatever.
Save us!
I don't know if they've seen me eating my other subjects or what. Or I should say they haven't seen me eating my other subjects. I don't know why they would think that I'm here to save them and not just pillage the bandit loot for myself. Oh, wait, we gotta remember we have to
What is it?
remove enemy combatants from wait, what was it? Momentarily lower the number of enemy fighters. Let's do it. Okay, onwards.
My lord, there is an ancient fountain shrine nearby. Legends say that its waters can restore health and heal grievous wounds.
Okay.
That could prove to be useful indeed.
Does this man realize that he's just like a legitimate ghost? Like he's not even a necromancer anymore. He's just a ghost.
I have a reward for you.
Wait, who? What?
Frostborn hungers.
Oh, it's already in our inventory. Would you look at that? Okay, send me in. Take me. Keep going. Ghouls.
No one.
You don't have cannibalized, so maybe we should take you back. Dude, momentarily reduce the number of enemy combatants by putting this Murloc to sleep. He's the greatest Warcraft 3 player that's ever lived. He's already back awake because he's a leveled creep. That's how it goes. Dude, Falric, though, struggling in the net. Get him out of that net. Destroy this. I don't even know if there's other items that you can get here, but Jaina's got a full inventory. When I play, dude, Maul of Strength. When I play Chapter 5? Chapter 5, yeah. The one before that. I haven't played the culling yet, but the one before that, the holdout map, I just, I took Jaina's full inventory that gets dropped on the ground, and then I go and sell it all. So that's the best use, I think, of that. So you still want to fill up her inventory, even though you know she's going to leave.
At last. What is it now? What is it now?
Okay, get in there. Momentarily reduce the number of enemy combatants. Ghouls, be careful. And then I guess let's grab Carry and Swarm. Actually, that was a mistake because mana's an issue. I should have gotten Vampiric Aura. I will say, I think people maybe overestimate the value of auras in general. It depends on what aura it is. Like in this case, we've got only a few units. I think the difference between no aura and an aura at level 1 is pretty big, but then the difference between like a level 1 aura and a level 2 aura is fairly minimal. So like if we look at even Unholy Aura, the difference between not having it all and then adding like just an bonus, a bonus, just adding any bonus, just don't even listen to me right now.
Frostborn hungers.
Is pretty significant.
More like it.
What is it now?
But like, I guess Vampiric Aura is a great thing here. Like, 15% versus 30% on a unit like a Ghoul that is only doing 13 to 16. The difference is negligible. It's not really going to be noticeable unless until you're like dealing with massive numbers.
Dead people. They look like high elves. What are they doing here?
Me eat dead people. Try and keep these dudes alive? Dude, put an enemy to sleep to momentarily reduce the number of enemy combatants. That dude's dead. I can't really help. Me eat dead people? You know what? I didn't even realize this in my initial playthrough, but that unlocks Cannibalize. That's something I wish I would have noticed that. Let's pop this mana pot.
Finally, Frostborn.
And
this is more like it.
This is a pretty short map. We're just going to try and blaze our way to the end.
Finally.
Arthas may use Death Coil spell to damage the living.
This is
I mean, look.
Frostborn.
This is the thing. Number 1, momentarily reduce the number of enemy combatants. Number 2, damage the living with Death Coil. And then number 3, nobody is playing Warcraft 3 Alternate. Nobody is playing Warcraft 3 Alternate that has not already played the base game. So I don't think that the hints for like what the basic abilities do is necessary unless it's an instance where I know what Zaytanth likes to do is reintroduce...
That was my plan.
To reintroduce abilities and stuff like Magic Sentry, for example. Stuff like that. That is very rarely used in PvE. Then maybe throw a tip up, because it's like stuff that players never really think to use. But like, I think most players at this point know. I think it's fair to assume that they know that like, hey, I think you can use Death Coil to like hurt enemies, considering it's in the description. Granted, the sleep is also in the description. I don't know, sleep, you never use Dreadlords, so maybe it's nice to remind the player. I guess that's subjective. It's not even really that fair of me.
At last.
I think these are invulnerable. Yeah, the Wisps here are invulnerable for whatever reason, but you can bet your bottom dollar that when we play as the Night Elves, our Wisps ain't gonna be invulnerable, okay? Is down here. This is where we're going. Ghouls, stay back.
Tread lightly. Frostborn hungers. At last.
It's as if the land around that well is alive.
Could the grain itself be plagued?
Let's hope not. Those crates bear the regional seal of Anderhall, the distribution center for the northern boroughs. If this grain can spread the plague, There's no telling how many villages might be affected.
The distribution center for the northern barrels.
This is more.
Okay, get him. Also, Lordaeron has burrows? Is that how they describe areas? What's the Lordaeron equivalent of Staten Island? What's the place that no one wants to go to? I don't know enough about Warcraft lore to know this. Also, Lordaeron gets roasted pretty fast, so I guess there's not really many, Dude, wait. Momentarily reduce the number of... I'm so sorry. Let's grab Unholy Aura now, and then we'll grab Vampiric Aura. That'll be nice. You know what? Let these dudes die. It's fine. They're fine. There we go. Vampiric Aura. It's, I guess, probably worth trying to attempt to save some of these ghouls, but at the end of the day, I'm not that concerned about it. My heroes and Captain Falric are bomb, and they can handle a lot of this themselves. I'll save this ghoul. He's done it. He's a genius.
What is it?
Let's get in here and kill these. Hey, 4 ghouls still alive. I thought we lost more than that. They're all shiny, too, because they're fairy fired. Their armor's reduced, but they make up for it in style. Dude, I don't like... Oh, it's invulnerable.
Fool.
Just forget it.
Finally.
I don't have any way to dispel this.
one orders me around.
Keep going.
Speak, fool.
Greetings, we're necromancers from Quel'Tha Lost. We've come to cure the land of this strange magic.
As always, the generosity of the necromancers is greatly appreciated.
The generosity of the necromancers. You should know that there's a living tree at the far end of the village. This overgrowth would be evident there as well. Dude, Death Coiled the living. It does damage. I don't know if you know this. And then go ahead and cannibalize. And I guess give me some skellies. And then... Well, that's gonna, I think, reveal the next section. Okay, that's enough. Let's get up here and assist.
This is more like it.
And we get 2 acolytes here to heal. That's nice. Dude, watch this. We've momentarily reduced their numbers. He's the greatest player. He's the greatest player that's ever existed on this planet. Our ghouls are probably in trouble here. Just the Night Elves in general, it's a I think a much trickier early game faction to have to deal with. Because archers can focus fire units down a lot faster. Makes things a little spicier, that's for sure. Skelly boys, though, helping out. Like, especially your necromancers here.
What is it now?
What are you even attacking? Oh, that dude down there. Let's go ahead and level up Carrion Swarm. In fact, Carrion Swarm would have been great in this specific area that we just got through. Let's keep going. Death Coil here. Not only can it damage enemy units, but it can heal friendly units at half the damage value. Look at that. This is a mantle. I guess let's give this to Dreadlord Jaina. Where is Dreadlord? There she is. I still have 2 ghouls alive. Hang on, I've received a text message from my father. Family first. Oh, okay. And then...
Tread lightly. Finally.
What, do you think I was going to share with you what my father sent me in a private message? No.
This is more.
Actually, well, it's the end of the map. I guess I don't really have time to tell the story. Maybe I'll tell it next time.
Continue with the operation. I'm sorry I can't stay and chat, but duty calls.
Calthazad is Malfurion. That golem looks like it was brought to life by nature itself.
Let's study it after we kill it, okay?
So abominations have been swapped with flippin' mountain giants? In my opinion, not particularly comparable, but did you know what? We can put them to sleep to momentarily reduce the number of enemies. I'm so sorry. Okay, dude, ghoul, get saved. Now, here's the thing. Mountain giants have medium armor. Apparently, they always have. The first time I played this, I thought that this was like a weird Reign of Chaos. Like, I mean... I thought that there was like a weird mix of Reign of Chaos and and Frozen Throne damage and armor values happening here, but apparently those always had medium armor. I thought they would have heavy armor. And I know they didn't even exist in Reign of Chaos, which is why I thought there was just like a weird balance thing that Zaytanth was trying to do. Because, like, for example, your ghouls do normal damage, which does more against medium armor, which actually makes them more effective against mountain giants, interestingly enough. Whereas I always thought that mountain giants were just... the whole idea is that they take reduced damage from pretty much everything. So I thought they had heavy armor. Because, like, magic damage... there's not much that does magic damage in high amounts. But no, honestly, like, a ton of ghouls actually works pretty well against mountain giants.
What was that? And who is that wizard dressed in black?
I believe that the robed man was a druid. Obviously, he and his lackeys are behind this plague.
Well, it's a good bet we'll find him and the answers we're looking for in Anderhall.
Wonderful. I love Dreadlord Jaina just being a male Dreadlord, but occasionally is in disguise as an undead female sorceress? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I feel like maybe it's just Zaytanth's tongue-in-cheek interpretation of Dreadlord Jaina, but instead of it being, you know, Jaina with wings, it's just a normal Dreadlord. I don't know. Anyway, Inception of the Growth? No, that's the one we just played. Dude, Inception of the Growth, it's a weird title. It kind of invokes almost body horror in a way. It's a little creepy. All right, next time, Chapter 4, The Druids of Ashenvale. Hey, do me a favor and hit the like video if you like the video. And subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.